Okay, so we're recording this for Valerie, and we are factoring Jason B's number, 1 trillion. Jason, can you tell me the next factor here?
Actually, I'm gonna click got it on the screen because it is blocking me from seeing all the stuff.
Well, can you just say the number?
Okay, so it's
And you can chime in anytime because you're looking at what is on your piece of paper, right?
it's set. Seven billion 562,500,000.
Yeah, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. But watch what I do here as I cut these numbers in half. As I cut these numbers in half, and 6 and 2 and 5. And so this really goes on for a very, very long time. And it's a lot of fun.
Forever?
Well, not forever, Eleanor, because as you know, can you see we're losing zeros at the end here? So yeah. when we lose all the zeros and we end up with just 5, then we know that we are getting to the end. And there's a lot that can be done here. I mean, we can go to 1,024, and we can do this again if you guys want to. And 8 and 2 and 8. Yeah. And I would say here it's 1 and 2 and 5. And wait, we're running out of zeros. We're running out of zeros. Who can double 1,024? Stella, can you double 1,024?
$2,048.
Whoa! Everybody, give me a thumbs up if you had the same thing. And Jason, could you unmute yourself so I can hear you as well when I am ready? So, and look at this and 0, 6 and 2 and 50.
He's talking about Jason F.
Yeah, Jason F. Unmute yourself, please, and do not mute yourself again. Really important rules, and I tell you every single class. So if you can follow my rules, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate that. And 3 and 1 and 2. Oh, guess what, guys?
No more.
Well, we hit an odd number.
Still
now,
more.
What goes into that number? Who can tell me what factor goes into 245,703,125? Raise your hand if you know it. Raise your hand if you know what number goes in. Every other one, we know that 2 divides into that number because they're all even. What goes into this number that ends in a 5? Does anybody know? Jason F, Eleanor, Stella, Jason B, any ideas?
No.
Guys, if the number ends in 5, guess what?
100.
It's divisible by 5.
Yeah, that was what I was saying.
Wow, I'd like to hear that next time. Now, we have, let's see how many zeros. We have 12. We have 11 zeros, a 2, followed by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And look at that, guys. 5 times 200 billion equals 1 trillion. And now we have to go through the same process. And I bet that we can get, let's see, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I bet we do 11 of these. So 10, 20, 40, 80,
80,
160, 320, 640, 1280, 2560. I bet that when we get down to it, do you think we could do another one?
yes,
Yep.
Well, what would be the next one?
I guess.
Wow, pretty cool. So the next one would be 5120. Could we go even further?
Yes.
Okay, what's 5120 doubled? Who can do this one? Jason B?
So it's 10,240.
Wow. And let's do one more. Who can do the next one? Jason F, can you double 10,240?
10,240 double 10,240 equal to 740.
Wow. Can you do that, Jason F? Give me a thumbs up if you're working on that. Okay, did you get it yet, buddy? All you have to tell me is what's 10,000 plus 10,000, and then what's 200 plus 200, and 40 plus 40.
10 plus 10,240, comma,
So what'd you get, buddy?
comma, 0, 8, 4, comma, 0, 1, 140.
Well, that is true, except that when you double the 1, you get a 2, Jason. So Jason, look at my number here. If you look at that number, Jason, it's 20,480. And guys, we would have to go to another factor of 25 and do it again. So the number, Jason, that you chose was absolutely massive and very, very difficult. My recommendation to you is, yes, we should challenge ourselves, but do not choose something that is so difficult that we can't finish. So that's my advice to you. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Can you write down 487 minus 125? And just write it down like that, really fast. And Jason F, as I've asked you many, many times, to please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Jason, please unmute yourself. Jason F.
All this.
Jason F, do not mute yourself again. Jason F, look at me in the eyes for a second. Can you give me a thumbs up if you agree not to mute yourself anymore? No, say no more mute.
No more milk.
Excellent, excellent, my friend, because it takes a lot of time for me to get you to do that. Okay, now guys, what are we gonna do first? Who knows how we subtract these numbers? Go, Jason B.
So you subtract the ones and then the tens and then the hundreds.
Okay, why don't you do the ones?
So the ones are 7 minus 5. So 7 minus 5 is 2.
And then what about Eleanor? Do the tens.
8 minus 2 equals 6.
And Stella,
400 minus 100 equals 300.
but we're just doing 4 minus 1. You don't have to think in the hundreds as long as you do the ones first, the tens, and then the hundreds. What would you write here? Do you want me to
3.
write 300?
No.
And Jason wrote down the answer also 362. Now, who knows how we can check our answer as if we were a real calculator, a human calculator? How can we check our answer? Go ahead, Eleanor.
362 plus 125.
Everybody write this down right now. 125 plus 362. And when we add those, look at what we get. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 6 is 8. And 1 plus 3 is 4. Very nice, Jason. And so everybody look at this. Since the 487 is the same, we know that we got the right answer. But what happens when things are a little bit different? Let's say I have 423 minus 145. Here, we have to do something different. I want everybody's eyes on me right now. And we're going to do this one by you looking at the screen. Jason, F, I need you to look at the screen. Stella, look at the screen. Eleanor and Jason. Now, the 3 is, hold on a second. Okay, so guys, the 3 is too small for the 5. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Because you can't do 3 minus 5 and get a positive number. So guess what we do? Jason F, I want you to be eyes on the screen. Eyes on the screen, Jason F. Jason F, can you do that? Give me a thumbs up. And we'll see, Jason F. I want you to look up here, Jason F. Okay, you ready? Put that down for a second, and here we go. We make the 3 into a 13. Jason F, I need to see your eyes. Jason F, I need to see your eyes. All right, so stop doing what you're doing for just a minute. Now we borrowed that 1 from the 2, and that becomes a 1. But 1 is too small for 4. Jason F, can you listen, please? And therefore, we have to make that one an 11 and borrow from the 4 and make that a 3. Now, everybody, 13 minus 5 is on 3, 1, 2, 3. Come on, 13 minus 5 is what, guys?
8.
And 11 minus 4 is what?
6.
No,
7.
no, 7. Because 7 plus 4 is 11, and 3 minus 1 is
2.
2. Now watch this, guys. Do you remember what Eleanor told us before? That we can take 145, add it to our difference, and if we get the same number we started with, we have success. Everybody look up. 5 plus 8 is 13. 7, 4, and 1 make 12. 2, 1, and 1 make 4. Did we start with 423? We absolutely did. Now, here is your challenge. I want you guys to do this problem right here, right now. I want you guys to write it down real quickly. And I want you to do all the borrowing the same way we just did. And let's see what you come up with. Okay, now Jason, hold on a second, buddy. I want to see if I can read your answer. Jason, hold it up again.
My answer.
No, don't say it out loud, buddy. Don't say it out loud. Just show it to me. Hold it up to the screen, please. If anybody has a question, oh, I see. Hard to read it. Hard to read it. 241. Okay, let's try and let's look at what everybody did. Eleanor, can you tell me what you did first?
Two minus 12 minus 3 equals 9.
Oh, now wait a minute. Now, Jason, I think you need to pay attention. Now, Jason F., you promised me that you would not hit mute again, and you put yourself on mute again, and I need you to follow through with that promise. Do you think you can do that? Can you give me a thumbs up, Jason F., if you can unmute yourself and stay unmuted? Come on, Jason. This takes too much time away from the class. Now, Jason, you didn't get the right answer, so you have to look up at the screen. Stop folding the paper and listen. So, Stella, what was the first thing that you did with your borrowing?
Wait, is it A or B?
Well, you're doing this one right here.
Okay, so I first started off with 3 minus oops, I think I accidentally wrote the question wrong.
Okay, so everybody look up. Everybody look up. Jason B, what did you do first?
So first I saw that the 2 wasn't enough for the 3, so I took 110 from this and then it became 5, and
Okay,
then
hold on a second. Now, Jason F and Stella, I want you to listen by looking with your eyes. So Jason, stop writing what you're writing and look up at the screen, because you really need to learn how to do this. And the only way you're going to learn is if you listen. Now, Jason B said that 2 was too small for 3, so we had to make it a 12. But where do we get to borrow that 1 from? From this 10 right here. That 6, Jason, look up, please. Jason F, please look up. Do not look down for just a few minutes. Jason F, can you please listen? Okay, that becomes a 5, but 5 is too small for 8. Therefore, that becomes a 15. We had to borrow that from the 9, and that becomes an 8. How many of you did that? Jason F, did you do that? Did you have a 12, a 15, and an 8? Stella,
Yes.
did you? And what about you, Eleanor?
Yes.
And what about you, Jason B?
Yeah.
Okay. And Stella?
Well, I didn't get it right on the first try because I accidentally mistake the 2 as a 3. So the next time I did it, I did get it.
Okay, great. So everybody on 3. 12 minus 3, 1, 2, 3, go. Come on.
9.
9. 15 minus 8.
7.
7. 8 minus 3.
5. 5.
And everybody, if right next to it, immediately you add these two numbers, 12, 16, 962. That is exactly what we got. Now, Jason F., can you tell me, when you did this, you added those two numbers, didn't you?
Yes.
Jason F., give me a, yeah. So Jason, you have to be focused on the operation. Here, the operation is subtraction. Now I want you guys to try this next problem. 7,002 minus 4,526. And this is a little bit harder because most people don't realize that when you borrow from a 0, you're really borrowing from a 10. So it becomes a 9. So I want you to remember that.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if the 0 is really 10s, so that means do you have to do like 10 minus 5 also because it's
Go ahead, honey.
So if the 0 is really a 10, then the 0 minus 5, so we'll have to do 10 minus 5.
No. Let me show you. Jason, put that page down because you made a very good attempt, but you didn't listen to what I said about borrowing from 0. So if you guys, obviously you have to borrow a 1 to make this a 12. Now we cross out the 0 and we do not make it a 1 because you know that 0 plus 1 is 1. We're taking away a 1 from 10. And when you take away 1 from 10, what do you get?
9.
So that becomes a 9. Now, we have to continue to do this until we are good. And so we have to continue to do this. And look what's happened, guys. We turned 700 into 699. And so now, when we subtract 6 from 12, we get 6. When we subtract 2 from 9, 5 from 9, 4 from 6, that is what we get. So how many of you were able to get those answers? Stella, Jason, Eleanor, very, very nice. Now, Jason, watch what we do to check our answer. What do you think we should do, guys? Go ahead, Jason.
So we do 4,526 plus 2,476.
There you go. And when we do that, 6 plus 6 is what, guys? Come on, help me out.
12.
Good, good, good. And that is 12. And
Wow.
7, 2, and 1 make
10.
4, 5, and 1 make
10.
and 2, 4, and 1.
7.
Beautiful job. Now, I really want to make sure you guys understand this. So let's try 8,003 minus 5,276. Now, if I were doing this problem, I would be looking at what I did here to help me do this problem here. So keep focused on what we did with the borrowing. And take your time for accuracy.
My answer is a cool number.
Why don't you hold up your answer? And that would be looks pretty good. Looks pretty good there. Looks pretty good. Anybody else want to hold up their answer? Eleanor, you're going to need to move it to the camera because I can't, all I can see is blank. You have to move it to the left. There you go. And down a little bit. Oh, Eleanor, beautiful, beautiful job. And Jason, you got really, really close. Jason B. And how about Jason F? Can you show me what you have? Jason F? Okay, so I'm gonna write out every one of you so far made the 3 a 13. And 3 of you at least made this 0 a 9. But Jason B, you have to continue to make that 0 a 9 and then continue to borrow from the 8 to make that a 7. You made this 0 a 10. Oh, now hold on. Jason F is showing me his work. Jason, that's not exactly there, buddy. You did it again. So Jason, you need to pay attention to what's going on here. Jason, look up, please. Jason F, look at the screen. Now look at me in the eyeballs. Okay, Jason F, please. Jason F. Jason F, there you go. You made this a 13. You borrowed from the 0. It does not become a 10. It becomes a 9. Can you say 9?
9.
9. And then the other 0 becomes a what?
9.
9. And then you have to borrow from the 8, which makes it a what? 7. So if you do that, you will get it right. Stella.
I think it's basically 10 minus 1 because we're giving the 3 just one of our 10s. We don't have to give them much.
That's exactly right. So if you got 2727, Jason F, look up, because the more, Jason, that you pay attention, the better you're going to be at doing this. Now, I'm going to ask you to do one more and see if you can follow, because I want everybody to get this right. So we have 9,000 minus 2,345. So write that down, please, and go right into your borrowing. Okay, so let's see what Jason F has to say here. 7,655. Ooh. Now, Jason F, I am really excited about this. You got really close. You need to do one more thing, Jason F. Look up at the screen. You make that a 10. You made these 9s, but you didn't borrow from this 9. You've got to borrow from the next, making it an 8. Now go fix that right now. Go fix that right now. And Eleanor, what do you have? Hold it a little closer, Eleanor. Nice job, sweetie. Nice job, Stella. How about you, Jason B?
Almost done.
Almost done. And if you got Jason F, can I see your final answer now? Jason, you need to borrow 1 from the 9 and make it an 8. And then you need to do 8 minus 2 is not 7. 8 minus 2 is not 7. Come on, you can do this.
1.
Wait, you're gonna have to hold it a little closer there, buddy. Yes, nice job, Jason B. Nice job. So it is 6,000. No, Jason F, it's not a 1. It's not a 1. 8 minus 2 is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. Now, that was a really, really good job. You guys worked really, really hard on that. Now, I want to see what you do with addition. And the hardest part is about lining up your place value. So I want to see what you do with this problem right here. 82 plus 5,539 plus 1,254 plus 2,278. And the most important part is the way you line everything up. Yes, Stella?
So do we have to add it up at the end?
You do. That's what plus signs mean, is that you're actually adding them up. Jason, I don't see you working. Jason F, I don't see you working on this. And I'd really like for you to work on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write these out lined up by place value. And if you line these up by place value, you have a great opportunity. Have you finished, Jason B? So who thinks they have an answer to this one? Anybody want to try? Go ahead, Eleanor.
2 plus 8 equals 10.
Keep going, sweetheart.
9 plus 40 plus 13.
And therefore, the ones columns add up to what?
23.
23. Does everybody agree that it's 23? And so that is a 3. And what happens at the top of the tens column, everybody?
Put the 2 on the top.
Come on, Jason B, did you do that as well? Did you do that, Jason B?
I'm not done yet.
Well, did you do that first part? Because that's the first step. Did you add up 2, 9, 4, and 8 to get 23 and put a 3 under the ones column and carry a 2 in the tens column? Did you do that, yes or no? Can you give me, did you do that, yes or no?
So I didn't do it that way.
What way did you do it? Oh, yes, my friend. You are adding all 4 numbers at the same time. So you have to write all of them down, add up all of the ones, and then add up the tens, and then the hundreds, and then the thousands. Stella?
I got 7,153.
I agree with that, but let's do this in steps. Guys, do you see the 2 and the 8 and the 3 and the 7?
Yes.
And that makes 20. And 5 more makes what?
25.
Yes. And then we carry that. Jason B, are you watching? And then we carry that 2 in the hundreds column. And then 2, 2, 2 is 6. 6 plus 5 is what?
11.
11. And then we get 1 plus 1 plus 5 is what?
7.
7. Jason F, can I see your answer, please? Hold it steady. Oh, pretty good, buddy. Now, the only thing you didn't do, Jason, is you didn't add the ones column to get 23. You added the ones column and got 22. So you got to be really careful. 2 plus 8 is 10. 9 plus 4 is 13. 10 plus 13 is 23. Be really careful. How about you, Jason B? Can I see your answer, please? Jason B, can I see your answer, yes or no? If it's a no, we'll wait till the next one, but I want to make sure you get to do this at the same time. Jason B, can I see your answer, please? I have to turn that around, bring it a little closer. Okay, so you never did the answer. And what I'd really like you to do on this next one is work out the answer. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Here are the numbers. We're going to do 78 plus 2,481 plus 3,427 plus 351. And I'm going to leave the other problem we did up in front of you. And when you write all the numbers down, Jason B, I'd like to see them. So I want to see that you were able to write them all one on top of the other. So Jason B, are you ready to show me? That's awesome, buddy. Start adding them right now. Ones columns, go.
I actually sort of messed it up, so I'm gonna do it again.
Who is that? Jason?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Eleanor, are you showing me your answer?
Yes.
Hold it a little closer, honey. A little closer. Oh, wow. Really, really nice job. That last number is a 7, correct?
Yes.
So I want everybody to look up here a second. And does anybody else have an answer to show me? How about you, Jason F? Stella? Now, I want to show you one of the things that I did here. And wait, Stella. Oh, Stella, beautiful job. Everybody look up for a second. Just put your pencils down and look up, please. Jason B, Jason F. Pencils down, pencils down, pencils down. Now, what I like to do is I like to look for 10s. So I saw 8, 1, and 1 makes 10. Jason F, you're still not looking up, which means you're not going to have the opportunity to learn what I'm trying to show you. 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 8 plus 2 is 10. 7, 5, and 1 make 13. That's 23. 4, 4, and 2 make 10. And 3 makes 13. And 3, 2, and 1 makes 6. If you got 6,337, you nailed it. Now, Jason F, can I see your work, please? A little higher, buddy, a little higher, a little higher. Oh, nice. Nice job. Nice job. How about you, Jason B?
Very close.
Very close. Okay, great. That is great. Now, we're not going to have time to do this entire problem, but I want to show you another type of problem and ask you what we should do. What part of this problem do you think we should do first? Who has an idea? We have 535 plus the quantity. Jason F, if you're not looking at the screen, there's no way you can learn what we're doing. So I'm going to start with Stella on this.
Okay, so you first do what is inside the parentheses, which is 430 minus 100%.
Keep going.
And then after you do that, you're going to do 535 plus your answer to 430 minus 173.
Wow, that is awesome. Why don't you guys try that this week And then we'll start on that next week for sure. All right. So you can start on it right now.
What are we doing?
Well, what you're doing is you're doing 535 plus the quantity of 430 minus 173. And Stella told us that we should first do the subtraction, which I completely agree. And then we have to add 535 to the difference of those two. Guys, you work on this. I'll send this over to you. I hope you have the best week ever. And I think I'm not going to see you until after the new year because we've got Christmas and New Year's coming up. So guys, say goodbye to each other. Say we'll see you soon. And I cannot wait to see you guys in 3 weeks. I think that's
If you don't know,
5.
I already got an answer.
I think that, oh, that's fantastic. You hold that and then you'll look at that in 3 weeks. 503 hours, I will see you. Bye, guys. Counting the hours, 503 hours. Bye.